Hi everyone, Peter Lisiaga here, Master Instructor of Donato Karate Center. Thought I'd go live. I have to actually go into Donato Karate Center in about 20 minutes, and I'm on my way, all ready to go. But I wanted to share a couple of lessons that I learned today at a workshop clinic, a self-defense clinic that I facilitated and I taught for a team of soldiers. And I'm pretty honored to have been given the opportunity to do that, to get with a team of soldiers, of military people from I think Fort Dix, McGuire Air Force Base, and there were probably about 13 of them there, and we had about 15 coming. 13 came. I had Master McGill was assisting, and Mr. Jean Pietro, Michael Jean Pietro, who's one of our assistant instructors in training, doing an awesome job. They came in, and it was a clinic that was 3 hour clinic. And my goal was to take them, through some concepts and principles and ideas of self defense, and then add some physical techniques, some tactics, and then execute on that and give it a really great experience. And the goal was, the outcome was, and our aspiration was, first of all, to have a lot of fun and to sweat and to learn and just to build, just the community, just a tighter community. And that was the goal of their leader that had asked if I would do this. And we planned on doing this before COVID, and obviously COVID came, we postponed it, but we finally got a chance to do it today. And so, what I wanted to share with you, just very quickly, what I learned um, for myself from teaching this self-defense clinic. And right now I'm 60 years old. And when I first started in martial arts, I started when I was 9 years old, and I was all about the spectacle of martial arts. And I'll be honest with you, all I wanted to do was kick butt. That's it. I grew up in the streets of New York, and I'll be honest, that's what I wanted to do. But as went through my life, the ups and downs of my life, I came to realize that martial arts had so much more to do with protecting your mind and protecting your heart, as opposed to protecting the kicks and punches and the physical attacks that might come your way. Now, because of the environment I grew up in, I had to use some physical defense. However, at 60 years old, my number one defense is my ability to be aware of how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, and what's going on in my heart, and then what I'm doing to keep my body strong and healthy. So I found that this clinic, a 3 hour clinic, back in the day when I would teach a clinic, let's say before, let's say I'm 60 years old now, and from 54 years old and earlier, up until 54 years old, my body was able to do, I believe I was at the peak of my athleticism and my mindset as far as understanding my techniques. I was at my peak at 54, when my body was there. So now, then of course, arthritis started setting in about 55, 56. My body started going down. My abilities physiologically now cannot compare to what my body was able to do at 54. Like, for example, when I was 54 years old, I went to Laurel Acres, and because I could, and I had my suit on, and I did jump splits. That was my thing. That was one of my things. I was a jumper. I was a big kicker, and I had a lot of fun doing that. At 50, and at 50, when I was 54 years old, that was the last time I actually did it, because I started then dealing with my hips, and now, I kick as high as your ankle. And so my kicks are not high like they were. My body doesn't move the way it does, but my mind is sharper. My heart, the heart of that warrior, this indomitable spirit that I have worked hard to get, and life has built up in me. That was what I used today. So my challenge today was simply not to really do the technical aspect of, or like to show it, but my challenge was, how can I take a 3 hour clinic and bring a lot of value to the participants in a very meaningful way for them, and for everyone else participating, not only physiologically, but also with the concepts, the principles, and ideas that I've learned over my life, that they can actually take and apply in their own lives. So I found that my life lessons, my real life lessons, really was the greatest value that I brought to the clinic. And we did some techniques. I had Master McGill there. There were some things that I could do, and I used my assistants. They did an amazing job. So we started off standing up, and we spoke about distances and controlling distance and that idea, that concept. Then we spoke about levels, controlling your levels from stand up to your knee down to the ground. And then we worked our way. The first hour we did that. The second hour we worked our way to the ground. The third hour we stayed on the ground. So working on different concepts, principles, and ideas. We talked about our A game. And if you know what the A game is, type it right below. And then we spoke about our G force, the G force, implementing the G force if your A game was not up to par. So if you know what A game is, type it right below. If you know what G force is, type it right below. But we were able to apply those concepts, those principles with real techniques that everyone had a chance to execute on. And then we finished the last hour, the third hour, we actually did some ground grappling, and they did 6 5-minute rounds, and they were exhausted. And I am so proud to have been given the opportunity to do this clinic for our military. And there were men and women there, and it was just an honor. And to see them, the warriors, these are the men and women that go in the direction of evil, and then they are in position for us. They stand in the middle between evil and us, so we can stay safe. And my job does not have me going in the direction of evil. Okay, so if I see a dangerous situation, my number one thing is to get out, get safe, and go report it. Their job, their role when they see a situation is to go to it, neutralize it, then get out, get safe, and then of course they all got to report what happened. But it was amazing to see them work together, and they were getting after it. They were type A, but they had this high level of responsibility to their ego, and they were really checking their ego the whole time. This way, no one got hurt, and no one got hurt, but they pushed themselves. It was an honor to see these warriors on the mats getting after it. And they left sweaty. We had fogged out Denali Croix. All the windows were fogged out. And so it was an amazing experience. And so I'm proud to have been there. I just wanted to share that with you. What I learned today, my biggest lesson that I learned today is that my life experience was the greatest value that I brought to the mats. I was not the fastest person on the mats. I was not the strongest person on the mats. We had one gentleman there that was 285 pounds. He was a muscle strong. We had a couple of guys and gals there that was just hardcore strong, getting after it. So I wasn't stronger. I wasn't faster than them. I wasn't more agile than they were, but I had years of experience in my mind that I was able to pass on to them with these concepts, with these principles and these ideas, that I was able to give them those concepts and principles and ideas like A game and G force, and controlling distance and controlling levels, and staying calm, don't panic, and doing all these things. And I was able to tag on my real life experience. And for me, that was a great win for me today. And so, even an amazing win that I was able to have the honor to share this with our military. So those of you that who I'm talking about, those of you that were there, I'm not going to call you guys out. I want to make sure I keep you guys keep it low key for you guys there. But thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share the knowledge with you guys. And that's what I want to share with you guys. I'm gonna get ready to go to Donato Croix Center. We cleaned the mats. Master McGill and I cleaned the mats, so we got all the mats disinfected and all cleaned up. And so when you guys come today, be ready to train and be ready to give it your all. Okay, guys? So that's all I got for you right now. Look forward to seeing you guys on the mats. If you're not a student at Donato Croix Center, please go to DonatoCroix.com and to find out how to get easily involved in our program. Or just reach out to me, just message me, and I'll tell you exactly what to do. Get private lessons with me and get you all set up. Okay? Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.